Vegans save lives. It's like some sort of tagline for the animal rights movement. And what is meant by it is that the animal agriculture industry kills an awful lot of living beings, and by choosing not to put your money towards that, you are choosing not to take part in that. But as a group that people see as so morally self-righteous and above everyone else, I find a lot of pressure on myself as a vegan to always try and be humble. And because of that, I started to think about this thing that I've been saying myself, that vegans save lives, and I realised that it's not true. I'm just going to explain why. When I wake up in the morning, I don't think to myself, you know what, no, I'm not going to go out and stab the first person I see. I'm not going to kill anyone today. Good, Zach, well done. You are saving lives. And when we're driving along in our cars, we see another person walking along the road, and we don't swerve and hit them. We haven't saved their life. That person will go on living because we haven't decided to swerve off course and hit them with the car. But we haven't saved their life, they're just continuing to live as they were. Now, if you pull someone out of the way of a moving vehicle, you've saved their life. But that's another thing entirely. Now, if you apply this logic to the animal rights movement, animal agriculture, the world as we know it today, you must come to the conclusion that abstaining from animal products isn't saving lives. Yes, you're not putting your input into those industries. However, the animals that would have been affected by you choosing to buy animal products, eat animal products, wear animal products, those are the same animals that your actions would have been indirectly bringing to harm. In my scenario, they are the person in front of the car, and you are the driver deciding not to swerve and hit them. You haven't saved their lives because of that. There may be animal lives that manage to go on because of that choice. But I find that calling it saving lives is glorifying the act in itself, when really we want to normalise it, not glorify it. It should be normal not to wake up in the morning and decide to kill something. And it should be normal not to have your decisions ending lives unnecessarily. And I can understand the logic in putting such a appealing headline onto a movement, but the point that we really need to emphasise here is that it is illogical to cause unnecessary suffering. It is a logical and rational thought process to not want to kill and cause harm. Applying this school of logic to the rest of our lives is difficult, because society has buried animal abuse so much that when you finally do make the connection that your choices are causing all this unnecessary harm, it becomes this big epiphany. And becoming part of the movement is glorified by those in the movement as an amazing thing. Because in our current world, with things as they are, it is. But it shouldn't be. Really, not wanting to cause harm, not wanting to destroy the planet that we live on, not wanting to destroy our bodies, should just be normal and rational, in the same way as waking up and it not even occurring to you to go and murder your family. These are rational lines of thought, and unfortunately society has put us onto a path in which we don't realise that. Now, of course, there are people in the animal rights movement that are out there liberating animals from factory farms and joining hunt saboteurs and all these sort of rescue operations. Now that is the action that is pulling the person out the way of the car. That is the action that is saving lives. But abstaining from animal products needs to be the norm. And I think a lot of us need to realise that it's not this higher, glorious thing. We're not saving lives. We're just rationally and logically choosing not to cause unnecessary harm. That's all veganism really is. Logic and rational thought. That's it.